whole guy, the full-time coach. Taylor Heineke, you've been around the league a while. He seems to have an impact on guys. Why do you feel that is, just from a defensive guy's perspective?
I think the guys really appreciate his grittiness. He's just a guy that sells out, finds a way, scrappy, never gives up. That's kind of how he's made it to be in here and how he's been able to impact us in a positive way when he's played.
And then Sunday you did a lot of four-man rushes, and just sticking with that, is that a sign of, is it game plan, or is it more just like the confidence you have in that group to handle that kind of situation?
Well, obviously there's confidence in the group to get it done, because that was a large part of the plan. But each week we're game plan specific. Different challenges come up each week, and so you put together a plan for that game, for that opponent, and then you move on to the next one.
Chase wasn't in uniform today. I was just wondering, what's the status, plan, update with him?
Chase Young?
Yes.
Yeah, he's working hard. He's close. I know he's scheduled to meet with the doctors, and until he's cleared, we're just rooting for him. But he's doing a great job working hard and keeping his spirits high, and staying involved mentally and being very engaged. And so, but that, until he gets the clearance, it's just a wait and see.
When he comes back, the group has really kind of coalesced and come together. Where do you see him kind of augmenting, supplementing, adding on to what's already been built the last month and a half?
Yeah, that will be, what we'll be about is just having him come back and play a role and fit in, and he'll fit in great.
Jack, you'll see a quarterback that hasn't played in the regular season. What's the challenge and balance between looking at preseason tape and looking at what they did with Ryan? How do you figure all that out? Yeah,
we do the best we can. Look at all of it. Obviously, last week it was a similar thing for Green Bay to go through, right? We had Taylor played last year, so maybe a little more history on him, but still, it's very similar in that guys getting an opportunity to play. They like him. He's got some of that grittiness that Taylor does. Kind of a scrappy guy, can extend some plays and do some things. So, we're gearing up for the challenge. We respect everybody, and certainly, the way they're able to run the football and do certain things. They've got good receiver talent, and they've got a guy they're excited about getting a look at. And so, we're geared up and ready to go. We've looked at all that, though, all the way back to looking at draft reports. So, been pretty thorough in terms of getting prepared for them.
Are you able to give us any clarity on Taylor Heineke as far as will he be good for the game with him being on the injury report? Anything you can tell us about Heineke's injury?
I practiced today. No, I think there's not much to talk about.
Cool. With Jamin Davis, it seems like he's made the strides maybe you were looking for here over the past few weeks. What have you seen, and what has he done to
Who are you talking about?
Jamin Davis?
Yeah.
In terms of him making strides, getting to that where you want him to be?
Yeah, like the group. To me, we just want to keep working, keep improving. Acknowledge the things that have been good, and there's been plenty of it, and then the things that need to be better, and keep working to correct and move on and grow. So I think he's doing that. I think he's playing better. I think he's gaining confidence. So that's good for us.
The explosives have been really cut down. What do you think has been the reason for that?
I don't know, but it needs to continue. It's work and understanding and playing together and leveraging and tackling. It's really comes down to some of the basic fundamentals and doing those at a higher level more consistently.
What is it like for, the first 2 weeks, the questions are radically different about the defense. Now that's, I'm asking about the explosives being cut down rather versus happening. What is that like just to see that kind of transformation? And
it's very normal. I've been doing this a long time. The ebb and flow of the season, the highs and the lows. I think it's important that we remain steadfast, diligent, workmanlike, and you prepare and then you compete, and then you move on to next. And so whether we're super excited or whether we're a little disappointed, whatever it might be, it's on to next, and the next opportunity, next challenge, and that's where we are right now, taking our football team into Indy.
With Sam Ellinger starting for Indy, how do you prepare for a quarterback who has such limited tape at the NFL level? Do you watch preseason, his college tape, or what do you really look for?
Yeah, I don't know if you came in late, but
I'm sorry.
Kind of address, no problem. I did address it, and we've been very thorough in what we've done, and take a look at all different levels. So he's young, but they're excited about him, and I said, much like last week with Taylor, I think they expect him to go in and help them, give him a chance to win the game, and that's what we're after.
How has Rashad Wildgoose been in the slot and just in the secondary now that he's gotten some extended run over the past few games?
Yeah, he's been solid. He's he's a younger player that's growing. He's not perfect, but he's competitive, and he's done some good things for us. Last week was a pretty good challenge against one of the league's better quarterbacks, and he did a solid job covering his guy the majority of the time.
And has Benjamin made a particularly big jump in a certain area that's allowed him to be more effective this year compared to last year? Or where have you seen his growth really pop?
I think like Jamin and Benjamin, those are just two young players that have talent that are growing and improving as we go. And so they both, in their case, I think both have improved over last year and continue to improve. And that's what we expect them to continue to do. Keep working hard and keep improving and keep making an impact in a positive way for us.
I know mobile quarterbacks aren't necessarily new, but have you seen the ability of guys who even aren't mobile quarterbacks to move and scramble in the last 5-10 years?
It's part of it's part of the game. It's been a part for a long time. I played against Randall Cunningham, so I've been around it. Steve Young. It's becoming more and more frequent that you're going to play quarterbacks that have the ability to move a little bit.
And I guess how important is it for a quarterback against a defense to have that ability to move and sort of avoid those negative plays, especially sacks?
Yeah, there are a lot of different ways that you can. Tom Brady's been pretty effective, so he's had a pretty good career. He doesn't move much, so there are a lot of different ways to do it. The challenge for us each week is to understand the challenges that the team presents, the strengths, the weaknesses, and make sure we put together a good plan to go attack that and help our football team win.
Going back to St. Jude's, in terms of his preparation, what have you seen from him just in learning how to study film, knowing what he's seeing, and just the way he prepares each week? What have you seen from him?
I think he's just learned how to be a more consistent pro. Study habits and practice habits and those things are all part of it. But it's a process. You work hard at it, and you put in the time and do the work, and then you get a chance to express yourself on game day.
Quentin Nelson, what sort of challenge does he present the line?
Good player, yeah. He's been a good player. He's fun guy to watch when you're not playing him. Talented player, aggressive, and definitely one of the linchpins in their offensive line. All right. Okay, appreciate it.
Locker room a little bit now. How do you see it being?